Good Sunday, March 26, 2023, beloved. Let's take a look back in our journals and grade ourselves for the week. Flip all the way back to last Sunday and read what your weekly goal was. If you wrote down a weekly goal of what you were going to be making and spending, what your meal plan was going to be, your breakfast, lunch, dinner, or either, excuse me, if you meal prep, did you stick to your plan? What about your job? Just go flip through the pages and just check actually to see if you journaled each day. There are 7 days in a week, so if you got a 7 out of 7, wonderful. If you journaled every day, that is wonderful. It probably is going to be getting a little hard, especially if you're doing something new. If you've never journaled before and this is something you're doing just this year, it's probably going to be getting tougher, and that's okay. If you lose your way, remember you have a master plan. You can go and look back and remind yourself, why am I doing this? Why is it so important to me? And that will motivate you to get back on track. Don't feel so bad if you have wandered a little bit off the path, or if you've messed up, because you know what it is that you're trying to do. So take it as a lesson learned. What can you do better to avoid it next time? Or do you need to tweak your plan? Do you need to give yourself a certain type of reward or break during the process? And if so, a break doesn't mean you have to mess up. It can mean you do something a little bit different, but that doesn't mean you stop journaling and you stop your progress. All right, now let's get into this week's journaling session. Let's write down our focus and our goal for the rest of this month. There are only 5 days left. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 5 days left. So what is your goal for the end of this month? If you're getting another paycheck at the end of this month, is your goal to make that paycheck pay all of next month's bills? So when next month's paychecks come, if you get more than one, you're able to either save that money or do something you really have been planning to do or want to do, like working on a project, financing your own project without borrowing money. What is it going to be? Or you might be on track and you might not pay bills a month ahead. If you have a paycheck coming up this week, maybe it is to pay your end of the month bills, and that's fine. However you plan your life and your goals. Or if you're catching up, playing catch up, I want to remind you at the end of this video, I want to share something with you, and the title is going to be the price to play, the price to pay. All right, so let's move on. Write down what your goals are. Push pause if you need to for each category. What are you going to be eating? What is your plan for breakfast, lunch, dinner? Even your water intake each day. What are your balances in all of your accounts? What are you planning on making this week? What are you planning on spending this week? Money is such a huge part of your life. And if you look at a person's spending habits and see where they're spending most of their money or what they're doing with most of their money, it will tell you a lot about that person. Also, a person's friends and their family, the people that they talk to the most, not so much their family, but the people in their family that they hang around the most, hang out with the most, are in cahoots with the most. That will tell you a lot about them. They say, show me a person's friends, and you can tell a lot about them by the people they hang around and the company they keep. All right. Do you have any goals for your job this week? Are you looking for a job? Are you looking for extra ways to make income? What about your physical health? Are you planning on working out this week? What about your mental and emotional health? I want to give you a piece of advice. Everybody has challenges in life. I don't care how much money you have, what ethnic background you're from, where you live, where you were born, how much fame and fortune you have, how famous you are, how unpopular you are. Everybody has problems in life. Nobody has a perfect problem-less life. Everybody has challenges. Everybody has some type of demon they have to face. Everybody has to go through growth or not if you choose not to. My piece of advice as far as your mental health, don't ruin yourself trying to fix someone else. It is good to give of yourself. Help people. Maybe go help someone clean up, someone who may be sick, someone in need of something, not just giving things, but actually giving your time and actually sitting with a person, doing something, helping them in some type of way. But don't get so caught up and consumed with thinking of someone else and worrying about someone else because you can't change another person, that you lose your peace, you lose your way, you're worried, you're stressed out, you're just feeling sad and depressed. Pray for that person. Pray and ask God to help you to handle their situation the best you can and to stay out of God's way. A lot of times when God is working on a person or a person has to find their own way, we people who try to be helpful or try to love a person and help a person out sometimes do a person harm by jumping in and thinking we're doing them well when we're really in God's way of what He's trying to do in their life. So let a person find their way, but be prayerful and don't let that stop you from helping a person, but be careful to know that you're really helping them and not hurting them. Moving on, what are your goals and your tasks for just today? Let's start with today since it's Sunday. And then what are your tasks for this week? Are there certain things you need to do on each day of this week? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Try to write it down at the beginning of the week so you can kind of just go back at the in the middle of the week and say, oh, okay, I forgot I have this coming up tomorrow. I know we have electronic devices, we have internet, we have social media, but sometimes those things get bugs. They don't work right. 5G, 4G, whatever might be slow sometime, or we might not be able to access Wi-Fi. Keep a written record if you can, okay? Last but not least, the last 5 things. The news. What's in the news that's important to you or that you find important enough to write down? How is your spiritual health? If you can, I just want to encourage you to read one chapter of the Bible a day. Things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. And I believe the closer we come to the end of time, the more that knowledge is increasing, the more we need God and we need Him to show us things. So read your Bible so that you can be strengthened, because I believe that God will communicate with you. You will learn things. You will hopefully pray before you read, and God will reveal Himself through the scriptures and a lot of things about life to you, okay? And then, have you dreamed lately? What did you dream about? And your prayer life. What are you praying for? God bless you until next time. Pray for me. I'll be praying for you.